Okay, well now it looks like your face is kind of growing over your facial hair. Folks, welcome to Werewolf Radar, the world's premier paranormal preparedness podcast. My name is Jordan Dahl, and with me today is the young and smooth. What's your name again, sir? Young man?
Rohair Norquist.
Wow, crazy. That's kind
Look
of
at
like
how
a
young I am.
kind of like a smoother version of Roger Norquist. You look like you've been like flocked with velvet. You look like you've had like small fibers sprayed all across your being.
The new thing that rich people are doing all over Hollywood is they're getting human just sprayed on their faces.
Oh, okay.
And then it binds like what I have on right now. So like you see how you don't see my crow's feet or the lines around the mouth they grow.
But I can sense
they're
there.
They're there. But I had
sense they're near.
I had a face sprayed on top of them.
And they spray you down with like ground up face.
Yeah, but it only it's like Dark Man. It only lasts for like 15 minutes. And I feel
freak out and break a guy's arm at the carnival.
I feel it fading right now. I might not look as smooth as I used to. You might see my facial hair instead of the face on top of my facial hair.
It happens to the best of us, pal. Today's episode of Werewolf Radar is brought to you by Monstroco Honey Bunches of Ghosts. The only breakfast cereal that promises to be at least a little bit haunted. Haunted by who, you ask? Farmers, factory workers, even the spirit of the once great American manufacturing tradition. The clammy hand of death has touched this product many times in its journey from wheat grown in a field where 1,000 Union soldiers died to cereal sold in a store where 40 bag boys disappeared last month. This is the spookiest breakfast on the shelf. Monstroco Honey Bunches of Ghosts, right behind you in the cereal aisle. So wherever you are, it's always right behind you. And they taste, good.
Not bad, not great.
I hesitate because while it is a delicious cereal with an unearthly spectral glow, there's a certain degree of terror.
In every bite, though?
In every bite, from opening the box, even when you open the box, a chill wind blows past you. And you swear for a second you hear humming. It's like you're like, what was that? And then even as you eat, it turns the milk spooky. It's the only cereal that turns the milk spooky. And even up to and including when the dish is in the bowl or the dish is in the sink after you've eaten. I assume you use a bowl. I use a bowl to eat cereal.
I use a cup.
Use a cup. That's so unnerving. Even up to and including the dish being in the sink, you'll hear it rattle around in there until you actually clean the whole thing. But you should get them and buy them and support them.
Support Monstroco.
Support Monstroco. How you doing, Raj?
I'm doing great. I'm on vacation from the work.
From everything. You're just punched out, my dude.
I'm punched out. The only thing I do now is talk about paranormal and develop a video game.
Ooh, nice. Roger is, of course, working on Tekken 12.
Yes.
A game that no one has asked him to make, but he's making. He's getting out in front of it, he keeps saying. Because we're only on what? Tekken 4, 6
Tekken
now?
8.
Tekken 8.
Yeah, they brought back the bear.
Thank God. Which really makes it a different game, doesn't it?
It does. If you haven't seen Donkey's video on it, the bear's broke. I think they might be debuffing the bear.
Broken bear. I mean, can you imagine being a fighter and showing up, like training in Muay Thai and showing up to some tournament?
To an official tournament.
An official tournament run by the state, I believe. And being like, okay, first up, you're going to fight this bear. Do you think you could fight a bear for us? And you can't back out.
You can't back out because if you back out, you die. As rules of the tournament.
Is that true?
I have
I'm
no
not
idea. I'm not a Tekken
I'm
player.
not very up on Tekken
I played
lore.
Virtua Fighter. Like I played Virtua Fighter and Street Fighter.
You're a Virtua Fighter head. Eddie Gordo? Is that a Virtua Fighter guy?
I have no
Or is
idea.
he
I
also
played
a
the monk,
Tekken? He played the
Lu
monk, huh?
Fang, Liao
Hmm.
Fang. I forgot its name. It's been a while.
There's monks in Elden Ring now, too. You
Oh,
can be a
goodness
monk.
gracious. All right, Jordan, we got to talk about paranormal.
Okay, we should talk about the paranormal. Let's talk about the paranormal amount of attention that I've been spending on Elden Ring.
We all have, man. There's ghosts. There's little ghost worms
Those
now.
ghost worms, you bop them on the head and they get angry with you, and then you feel bad. There's no other downside to messing with them, but it makes you feel something. So if that's what you're looking for,
I'm looking for experiences. I don't get that game. I don't get that in any other game to where you do something for the experience. Every other game is for the experience point.
true. It's one of the few games that I could play the whole thing. I put 300 hours into Elden Ring so
Nice. Where am
far.
I at?
And
Ooh,
what do you got?
436.
Whew! It's a lot. And yet I have no idea what happened.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. And it's a paranormal game to where we're talking about gods and myths
Mhm,
and demi-humans and demi-gods.
Very much
And
myths. Very much like kind of Greek, almost like more than that.
Irish,
Like,
Celtic.
yeah. Like the weird kind of gods where it's like, and then he died. And then the next day he picked some oranges. And you're like, okay, but
Am I missing a page
yeah,
or
it's these two are stuck together.
is this
Why?
like a naked lunch
Ew.
affair?
Yeah.
Or...
Mm,
And it's right up our alley. It involves everything we talk about here on the show.
mhm.
No
Bigfoot
idea
plays a
what,
huge role
no idea
in
what's
the
happening with
in
Bigfoot
the
in this in
Elden
this
Ring
in this
lore.
DLC.
Well, anyway, we're back. We're doing another episode of Werewolf Radar, everyone's favorite paranormal preparedness podcast. Can I go first?
I
I
was gonna
found something
say you
weird.
should go first. I've been starting it all. Why don't you start first and take the thumbnail this week?
I'm gonna kick it. I'm gonna take the
Wait,
thumbnail.
wait, wait. Can I kick it?
You can kick it.
Oh, you're supposed to say yes, I can.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, well,
Damn it.
that's all I know of the song anyway, so go on.
So I was goofing around on Reddit as I am wont to do.
It's a good
Um,
place.
it's a good place, although I feel I get a certain amount of judgment for being Reddit aware. Do you feel that?
Yes, it has a people confuse Reddit with your 4chan and your
A
8chan, and
connotation.
there's a fair number of racists on Reddit. There's a fair number of
Mhm.
racists in your backlot yard. Look in the mirror,
Ah,
America.
God,
Anyway,
I keep trying to get him out of there.
it's also a decent place, especially for editors, for gamers, to share
Mhm.
secrets and things. Also, the paranormal community. I think it's a good spot in certain bisections.
Well, we're speaking
Not
specifically about the
bisections, sections.
paranormal society culture part of it. We're specifically talking about a subreddit called crawler sightings. Now, Roger, what tell us about crawler sightings? You know something about this.
The Fresno crawlers?
Oh, you don't know about
I
crawler
don't think I
sightings.
do.
Oh boy.
Plus,
I
I
kicked it
need
to
a
you and you
rehash.
said you could kick it
I
and
asked if I could kick it, demanding you say yes.
I thought you could. Crawlers are talking about a relatively new cryptid paranormal encounter
You can share if you got a
creature
picture.
on the scene. You don't really need it. This is just backstory. This is lore. Um, called a pale crawler, which is something that people have been reporting seeing more and more of. A lot of it is
Is it
um,
that rake thing?
no, but it kind of feels like the rake, which makes me immediately be like, oh, you mean the meme monster that somebody came up with on like something awful forum, something like
Yeah.
12 years ago. But
Is it oh my, is it this gentleman?
so yeah, that's a picture of the rake
I thought so.
historically, which is just an illustration or like a Photoshop.
Scary as shit, though.
specifically, but it accompanied a story about somebody encountering a creature like this. But since then, the thing has sort of taken on a life of its own, and people are reporting stories about encountering these long, pale creatures that seem very terrifying, something straight out of a nightmare. And it gained a lot of notoriety on a podcast that I listen to, and I'm sure some of you do, called Monsters Among Us, where Derek is kind of cultivating uh, a safe space for people to talk about crawler sightings. So that led to the development, I'm sure, of this subreddit, and it led to me finding this story titled "Naked Long Island Cryptid Lore."
Ooh.
So we got a naked cryptid on the run, everybody. Out there just hanging dong in the darkest corners of the forest, freaking everybody out.
Come on. In today's society with children
Yeah,
up
a
at all
little
hours of night,
inappropriate. People get their kids up at 4 a.m. to wash and groom them because that's when the child is less aggressive.
children get very aggressive from the hours of 7 a.m. to about 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm. I spent the first 9 years of my life in a dog crate for that very reason.
Dude, I did 15 in a dog crate. I was the
15
slow
in a
developer.
DC? Damn
Yeah.
dog. um, so yeah, we have fun. So I was goofing around on the crawler sightings. This actually just came across me, and it says Naked Long Island Cryptid Lore. This was posted 21 days ago, so this is pretty recent. This is a post from the Long Island subreddit that somebody shared, and the post goes like this: these posts about naked people jumping out of trees has pushed me to share my experience, so here it is. This happened before they made the cricket stadium at Eisenhower, so not as recent as the other accounts, but still very weird. I don't know that reference, but it's on the island. It's on the island, so they probably talking like this. These posts
Cricket
about naked
Stadium.
people jumping out of trees has pushed me to share my experience.
Me too. Worker Joe.
Me too, Worker Joe. I'm Joe the plumber. I had a late night craving for Taco Bell around 3 a.m. And it's very funny because the map, the picture, they included a picture of the map on their phone, and you can see the Taco Bell nearby, and it says recently viewed, which is great. Um, Had a late night craving for Taco Bell around 3 a.m. and had to go a few towns over for it since the good one near me closed at 2. Was delicious. 10 out of
Go
10. Totally
go to
worth
the
it.
bad one, coward.
But on the way back towards Hempstead Turnpike through Eisenhower, I nearly shat my own soul out.
Oh, I've done that before.
A pale white skinwalker looking creature, which is, not what that looks like, but whatever. Maybe it does. Who knows? Who knows? Who cares? No, well, a
If
lot of
you're a
people care.
skinwalker,
Anyway,
tell us in the comments.
what I'm saying is people throw that term around a lot these days. Looking creature appeared in the road in front of me. It had completely white skin, was fully naked on all fours, hairless from top to bottom, built like a slender slash average adult male, although its quote black legs were a little crooked. It looked like it spawned straight out of the fog and only became noticeable when my headlights were dead on it. It basically glowed in the light, but only for a few seconds before it twitched its body around and bolted for the tree line. This thing was fast. And I mean FAST fast.
I have issues visualizing in my head. It was on the ground, all fours nude, of course.
Uh-huh.
Uh
Scraping dong.
thank you. I was like scraping dong. And then got up and bolted it.
Yeah, must have.
Okay.
Or maybe bounded away. I don't know. It disappeared quick enough to make me question my own sanity for a few days, but I swear I know what I saw. I tried to catch up near it and looked out through the trees, but couldn't see anything. I even went back in the night multiple times for a few weeks to follow and saw nothing like it again. I don't know if it was a person, animal, or escaped lab experiment, but it sure scares the shit out of me still thinking about it.
I don't think I would follow it. I don't think I would. You, Jordan, would you go back for nights?
I would get you. ornate and be like, let's go back. I would have some kind of a weapon, a blunt
Yeah.
instrument,
Yeah.
a flashlight, some kind of
Silver bullet,
no, because that's all fiction, isn't it? Some kind of
iron bullet. That's the truth right there.
pig iron or salt or sage or something, some kind of ward, some kind of spiritual ward. Um, and yeah, then I would go back if I had the time and the accompaniment to do it. Um, but I mean, I've never been in a situation like this, so who knows? Maybe I would need to go back to prove it to myself. Maybe I would be beckoned. Oof, spooky.
Well, if we get enough subscribers on our Patreon, we will load a shotgun with salt and
Here's the
hunt
thing.
the beast.
I got a map, dude. I got a map. There's a Taco Bell nearby. This is up on Long Island, which is
What, hour at 90 from you?
not even 45 minutes. This is near Sleepy Hollow,
Ooh, a little bit of a
but
tourist a vacation too, get some caramel made by the famous headless confectionaire.
yes, he's doing quite well these days. He's leaned into chocolatiering. Um, the Here's the thing. That story gave rise to five other links
Oh,
in compiled in another post. They cross-posted this to crawlers. This is on again on the Long Island subreddit. They cross-posted to crawlers, and somebody linked no less than five other instances where people have encountered something like this. So
and I
we're gonna
think
go
I
ahead and
found
look
a
through these.
pretty neat picture of this pale crawler,
Hit
correct?
me with a pale crawler pick. Yeah, that's pretty spooky.
Is that what we're describing? All fours, slender?
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly what you're thinking. Like a long, bony, skeletal, extremely tall and lanky. What amounts to looking like sort of a subterranean humanoid. You remember The Descent?
How could I unsee the descent?
Yeah, stretch it out. That's what you got. Um, the uh the ogre from Pan's Labyrinth, the guy with the eyeballs and the long face.
Yeah.
That's what comes to mind
He's a
sometimes.
cool dude.
Anyway, we got these other posts. We're going to explore them a little bit. This is another post. 21 days ago. Also, naked Long Island people. Reading these stories about naked people jumping out of the trees and shit has also reminded me of a strange experience I had one night. One night I was heading home. On my way back, I was heading north on Nichols Road towards Stony Brook. You're going to take Nichols Road up to Stony Brook, and you're going to want to watch out. You're going to have a terrifying encounter. Out of nowhere, a pale looking dude who had like long facial hair and long hair tied back just came out of the wooded area. The dude had completely pale white skin, was fully naked, and was moving on all fours. Creeped me out and took me by surprise since I was driving kind of fast, saw it in the corner of my eyes. Still thinking about if that really happened, but now hearing about everyone else, I think it was real. That sounds like a hippie to me. That sounds like a hippie, maybe a Wiccan out doing some animal shape changing work.
Something you do for practice before you go professional.
Yeah, we got hair. Um, I don't know how many people have seen a naked white person at night in the full dark, but they're pretty
You
fucking
should
luminous.
you should see how much I light up the night. Like when my
Dog,
lady needs to go to the bathroom, she gets me to go
uh,
up so I can shine the
just
way.
stand up straight. Yeah. Um, so I don't know. That sounds less like a pale crawler encounter to me. Pale crawlers generally are hairless. That's kind of one of the main things people notice about them, and more like what we in the 80s and 90s called a glue sniffer. You
I
remember that?
do.
Remember when there was like a weird fucking glue sniffing panic going on?
It was good glue.
There was good glue. They had that good glue back then. Um,
God, now when you type in glue sniffer, all that it comes up is weed. What a world we live
oh
in.
bummer. Here's another one. Frightening encounter in Massapequa Preserve, Long Island cryptid lore. Um, I see a couple people are posting stories of weird cryptid-like events that happened to them across Long Island. I have a similar story from about 14 years ago. The distant
Ago.
land of 2010.
Dude, wild time. Remember Tyler, the Creator?
Sure.
He's back.
It's that guy who created.
He created a lot.
hmm it was the fall of 2010, and I was 16 or so at the time, and up to no good. My friends and I were walking in the Massapequa Preserve late at night. This was something we often did. My friends and I have a lot of stories of odd happenings in the woods of the preserve. Everything from half-assed robbery attempts, the infamous sex couch, and, and finding a dude with porno mags living in a tent. Not
Infamous sex couch. Did it give someone
sure.
crabs?
The sex couch itself is something of a cryptid. You might be thinking of a couch that people have sex on.
Yes.
This is a living couch that lopes through the woods, making sexual advances at human beings. It seems to be attracted to humans,
Hmm. Who isn't? I am.
primarily. Um, it that's of course a lie that I just made up. Okay,
Listen, you're correct. That was a lie.
not to mention all the things I read in the news like MS-13 bodies, LISK encounters. Will you look that up?
L.
Lisk encounters. Long Island serial killer, probably. Decapitated occult chickens and streakers. I remember the night being dark and cold. As my group was rounding the southwest corner of the lake, we came upon an abandoned municipal water house. This is an old brick building that borders the southern edge of the lake. The inside is gutted with only rusty plumbing and stagnant water remaining. This person's already too good of a writer for me to fully believe this. There
All
were
that
three of
comes
us
up
that night,
with
myself
Lisk,
included.
all that comes up with Lisk encounters is Roblox.
Did you put Lisk in caps? Lisk?
L-I.
Two of my friends were walking in a pair, maybe 5 yards ahead of me. As we walked past the water house, something caught my eye. It was shiny and out of place in the darkness. I called to my friends to wait up. Hey, wait up! But they seemingly didn't hear me. As I approached the side of the building, I saw a bike along the water's edge. It was laying on its side, almost in the lake itself. I turned the light on my flip phone on and illuminated the bike. Someone joyriding bikes and abandoning them wasn't uncommon. As I turned to get back to my group, something else came into my periphery. A kid on their hands and knees was visible, hiding behind a rock with only the top of their head in view.
They think they're hiding, but kids are so easy to see.
The kid seemed entranced and focused on something on the muddy ground. I asked if they were okay, only to get silence as a response. They were on their hands and knees with their face transfixed on the ground. I was about to speak again when the kid slowly began crawling toward me. They crawled slowly and dreamlike toward where I was standing, never looking to see who I was or where I was standing, seemingly knowing where I was based on the light from my phone alone. They appeared to be between the age of 10 and 12 and were wearing clothes very out of season for the cold fall night. From their tank top, I could see pale white skin and lanky arms. Their face was obscured by the long brown hair, and I could make out no features on their face. I, I stood bewildered by what I was seeing until they were within a couple of feet. My wanting to help was replaced by a need to run. Terrified, I ran to my friends, who never noticed I was gone. I immediately told them what I saw, but they expressed no concern or want to turn back. They acted as though they didn't hear what I said and decided to change the conversation. We carried on into the night. Drugged up kid in the woods alone? Practical joke? Skinwalker impersonating a human child wearing the clothes they think one would wear? There's that word again. They throw it around pretty loosey goosey. I'm not sure if anyone has experienced something you should share. Add to the LI lore. So there's that one. What do you think?
In terms of Lisk, the
Oh
only
yeah, go
thing
ahead.
I can find is a Tracy Lisk, who is a percussionist in the Philadelphia area.
Okay, I think we can give up on that one. Probably Long Island serial killer. Um,
You think it would have more info on it
What do you
though?
think of the tale I just spun?
I think that what I did in 2010 upset a child.
Okay.
No, I don't know. It's weird. It seems that it upset them. They tried to frantically tell their friends. Their friends didn't want to hear about it, meaning that it could be like a secret, just none of them wanted to share because it frightened them all so much. But I mean,
Hmm.
kids aren't known to do that. They'll be like, "You saw it too, right?"
Interesting.
Kids like to talk. They don't like to keep secrets.
To me, what immediately comes to mind,
Yeah.
ghost of a kid who drowned there.
Okay.
That was his bike. He left his wallet and stuff on the shore, and he was trying to get this person to find it and notify their family because he was only missing. The shore
Oh.
and the mud covered it up. It was under the mud. He needed to dig in the spot that the kid was transfixed on.
Ooh.
But
Ooh, that's good,
that
Jordan.
said,
That's
I'm
very
telling
good.
you, I got the vibes, man. Sometimes I see the tail. I got
That's
this.
very good. You need a
I'm
reality
psychicking
show.
it. Um,
You need a reality show. We'll call it Jordan Psychics It.
wait. I've got it. It's called uh Brooklyn Medium, and then in parentheses, more like a large. Anyway, but for me, that doesn't scream naked Long Island cryptid. I think you might have had a paranormal encounter, or maybe there was a kid out there who was having some kind of a mental health episode and really needed your help. um,
But you're not
anyway,
supposed to help. Like you can only do so much. Call
that's
911.
not your responsibility.
Yeah.
Yes, call 911. Okay, here's another post. Again, these posts about naked people jumping out of trees push me to share my experience. So here it is. This happened the day before they made the cricket stadium at Eisenhower. So not as recent as the other accounts.
I
Okay.
keep thinking you're meaning cricket the sport.
Oh wait, this is the same one. This isn't right.
They
I've
have
already
to be
read this one.
meaning
Yes. Oh,
cricket the
Cricket the
phone
phone. That makes
company.
sense. Here's one. In further naked man on Long Island roads news. At around 1:40 a.m., this is all 22 days ago, which is very
Oh
strange that it was
my,
all
so we could
posted at
go
the
there
same
now.
time.
We need to
Yeah.
let me tell my lady our vacation's canceled because me and you meeting up in Long Island.
Yeah, we're going to Sleepy Hollow. At around 1:40 a.m., I saw what I am almost 100% sure was a naked man walking on all fours on the side of the road slash kind of in the woods on William Floyd Parkway, headed near northbound near Ridge. Whatever.
Okay.
I was driving north. Guy was walking south. Dude had long dark hair and maybe a long beard. This is that same dude.
It
This is the
is very
hippie.
similar.
Wiccan practicing shape work. Seemed like his mouth was super widely opened as I passed. That's scary. Like maybe he was screaming or something. Yikes. I didn't get too good of a look because as I approached it, it was a deer. What?
It changed.
Because I assumed as I approached it was a deer, but as I got closer, was like, holy shit, that's a person. Okay. Creepy as hell, especially with the other person encountering another naked man off the side of the road less than 24 hours ago on Long Island. Very weird coincidence. Not sure if I should report this to maybe a non-emergency line. Maybe a
So
good
what
idea.
you're saying is this is the news for the week. All
Yeah.
this is very recent and do we
Sure.
have multiple like
Oh yeah.
pale crawlers and now whatever this is
Here's the
a
thing. None of
revenant?
these so far have uh have made me think that this is the same cryptid that that first person described because that sounded pretty cryptidy. But here's another one. Here's the final one. This is 23
Yes.
days ago, right after the other one was
Okay.
posted, right before the other one was posted. I experienced something disturbing on my way to work this morning, NSP. So, again, this is twice that between exits 41 and 42 heading eastbound on the Northern State Parkway, there's a mile and a half of streetlights that are out and it's pitch black. I usually slow down and travel with my brights on because it's not uncommon to see deer jump out in the middle of the road. Today I saw something more disturbing and scary. I'm traveling at 55 through the unlit portion. My lights caught an object on the right shoulder whilst coming around a bend. It wasn't some deer or even geese. It was an extremely skinny man, and he had no clothes on. and he was just standing on the shoulder facing the road. As I approached, he jumped out into the road towards the left lane, and I swerved. His hand slapped the window of my
Ooh.
passenger side, and I fishtailed and almost lost control before I saved it and gunned it to keep going. I looked in the rearview mirror for a second to see him dart into the trees in the middle section and disappear. It's times like these I wish I had a dash cam, but I have a photo of the finger marks left on the front right side of my window.
I
Yeah, you
need
could.
these.
There's a picture.
I need them. You can
You want to see it?
share. Yep.
Yeah, here. Okay. Well, I will show you the
That was
picture.
crazy. I can only assume. Oh.
What was it? Shift and oh look, we can zoom.
I mean, they're there.
That makes it more difficult to see.
You can zoom in the zoom. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, 500%. Let's see the grain. It's hard to truly give it its proper effect because of how dirty the car is. These could have been left at any
Whoa, shots
time.
fired.
I'm on
Pigman
I'm
taking you
on
to
the
task.
I'm on the side that this did happen though. I'm a big benefit of the doubt. I'll believe you.
Yeah, I'm sure that happened. These all sound like a guy. I think we're maybe dealing with somebody who lives up there who's
Who refuse but show how come no one's described the dick?
we
Explain
want to
that to me.
how's the hog?
If
How's the hog?
I think this is unusual because it is more than just a naked man. This is something outside of human. If it was just a naked man with his dong hanging out,
Hmm.
then they would just be like, this is something, but there it's paranormal because I don't think this creature has genitals like we do.
Or else people would be talking about it.
Yeah.
They'd be
If
like,
you've
this
seen it,
totally naked guy, perfect wang, just hanging out.
and as stupid as that was, and I was trying to make a joke overall, I do think that that is a sign of something weird that
He had a
people
huge dick.
that
With that,
people
I think
aren't
that changes the tone of the story. I think we're getting into a come for Bigfoot scenario.
is where I always want to go, and I'm sorry for taking the show there on a weekly basis. I believe this is more paranormal. On top of that, that
Mhm.
car, that's some good reflexes, man. You're going 55 trying to slap a car. I don't know if that was the intent.
See, this makes it feel like there's somebody out there taking heroic doses of mushrooms and trying to do shape changing work.
Which
And
is possible.
and getting into some dangerous situations, which is possible, which is even in some cases advisable. But I would say if you're standing on the highway slapping at cars, you miss the plot, pal. You almost hurt that person.
But we
Uh,
have we have some weird movements all around. I'm thinking it's more paranormal than not,
okay,
which I
okay.
mean could explain the mushrooms, and he's on a heroic amount of mushrooms
I
doing the
think the
berserker shit.
I think the first encounter is something else. I think we have a couple of different encounters going on here. Maybe not. Maybe it's the same person, and maybe this quote unquote shape changing work that I'm talking about, it fucking worked. And maybe they changed themselves into a weird thing briefly that the first person saw. Who knows?
Oh
Um,
no.
anyway, that does it for my segment that I'm calling Long Island Wang Watch, the naked cryptid of Long Island,
Yes, bravo. Bravo.
this month on Bravo.
I have for my segment now also the speaking skull.
Mm-hmm. Take it.
We kept it in the box. So
Yes.
do we leave it? Do we take it out
Just
now?
take the box.
Okay,
Just
I'll
take the box. Peek inside real quick. Make sure it's still in there.
It's in there. It's in there. We're good.
Okay. Okay.
It's rattling and it cursed at me a little bit. I don't know if the
Yeah, it'll do that.
microphone took it, but
That means it's working.
okay, good. So we're taking a test, baby.
Ooh.
I found
Oh
a
boy.
No, it's not. It's not a grading test. We're gonna find out if we're star seeds.
Oh, cool. Oh, remind me on the Starseed lore.
Starseed is if you're a alien human hybrid,
Oh,
if you
sick.
got the alien DNA of sorts,
I've been wondering.
if you're a what am I trying to say? If you are a descendant or child of the Galactarian Alliance or
Whoa.
Federation.
I bet I am.
Let's find out. This comes to us from Medium, who for June did make their logo rainbow colored.
Cool, cool. Rambo colored. Wait.
Yep.
What's
You
that mean?
that's for you to imagine and tell me in the
Oh,
comments.
I thought you said you said rainbow colored,
I
and I
probably
thought you
said
said
Rambo
I thought
colored.
you said Rambo colored, and I was like, what color is that? We're
Blood.
black and kind of tan and blood.
So this comes to us from one Michelle Marie Warner,
Mhm.
and it is a member only story. So I suggest getting a hold of a Medium subscription so you can see the phenomenal articles written by professionals and starseeds, like we're going to read here. This was published in the Mystic Mind section of Medium, and it is titled "How to Know If You're a Starseed and Why You're Waking Up Now." Jordan, you might have noticed that you might be waking up.
Yeah, I sleep until about noon every day. I have noticed that.
Yes, well, you're now waking up.
Oh, sick.
For those of you not in the know, you're asking, what is a star seed? Well, a star seed, in the words of Michelle, who, spoiler alert, is a star seed herself. So this is a
Hmm.
definition of a star seed from a star seed.
In the pocket of Big Star Seed.
That is correct. I can't deny that she is not in the pocket of a big star seed, but we'll let her go on. If you're a star seed, your origins go beyond the human realm. For those of you familiar with reincarnation, you know the concept suggests we've lived many lives before this one. Not all of them were on Earth.
Okay.
Millions of stars came here to be of service to humanity. We came through star systems like the Pleiades, Andromeda Galaxy,
Good one.
Sirius, and the constellation Lyra.
Hmm.
I came from the Pleiades.
Oh,
I also came from Andromeda and Alpha Centauri.
sorry, what? Is that like an LA by way of Denver thing?
Yeah, I think weirdly enough is a good way of thinking about it. So to start off,
Like I'm from the Pleiades, but I went to college in Andromeda.
we have some separations, I guess, in starseed culture is
Hmm.
what my segment is about. So
Hmm.
we've talked about the starseeds according to I forgot the book. God dang it. The Almanac of Alien Species, I do believe. Me and Nate both have it. And it's a
Ah, the
breakdown
AOS.
of everything. It's where the Beezonites are featured in, you know.
No wait. AOAS.
Yes. You're better with acronyms than me. It takes me forever to even think of what you just said.
The Beezonites. Everybody remembers the Beezonites,
Everyone
sexy
remembers the
bee people.
Beezonites. And other such things, including the Reptilian Forces and the Galactarian Alliance.
Hmm.
And the Galactarian Alliance are helping humanity, and the reptilians are trying to control it, lead us to more nefarious ends, while the other side is trying to help us transcend our current state and evolve into a higher state of being.
Oh, nice. Why
Indeed,
wouldn't they
right?
want that?
That's why no one's sure. It's just what they do.
It's not fucking cool, guys.
So star seeds in that book truly are, if I remember right, both demi-humans, half breed. Nope, that's not the phrase.
Hmm.
Hybrids of aliens and humans,
Hmm.
kind of like
Hmm.
where you have the aliens taking the semen or forcing people slash consensually getting humans to breed
Yeah.
with aliens.
They don't have to force me.
So that's one star seed, and then the children would be star seeds or star children. Here we have one that is reincarnation based. So she came through or came to our star system through Pleiades, Andromeda, and Alpha Centauri. So she might be from Alpha Centauri, then lived in Andromeda for a little while, and then
College.
died, came from Pleiades, and that was the last place she was from.
Hmm.
I found out through an astrological chart reading.
Oh.
I chose to be human for this lifetime, bringing knowledge and experience from my star family.
Hmm. What's a star family?
It's kind of where your dad's a star and your mom's a neutron star and your grandpa's a black hole because he's just old and cantankerous
Hmm.
now and like kind of
Okay.
hunched over, because
Sure.
he can't support his own gravity.
Yeah.
I got
Sad
there
when they get like
eventually.
that.
So this guide is kind of like a helping people awake. Nope. Yeah, awake? No, wake. Wake up. I know how
Hmm.
verbs work.
Awaken.
Yeah, awaken.
Awaken.
She says that being a
Awaken.
starseed can be
Awaken.
confusing in your human forms. I know that I'm not a starseed. Straight
Hmm.
up. So, Jordan, I'm looking to you to help me with a lot of things, and hopefully this guide can help you further awaken yourself.
I hope so too. That would be cool if one of us was like, you know, we're like, welcome to Werewolf Radar, and I'm like, what is werewolf and radar when the world is in such suffering?
So, signs you're a starseed for any listeners out there. Number one, follow your intuition. You can't always explain things with logic. Sometimes you just know. Jordan, you've described this a lot. You get this energy, this sense of not correctness, but like something pulling you. You can describe it better, of course, but like
Yeah, yeah. It's like an
something I don't
image, a
feel.
feeling. Yes,
Intuition is a powerful force
sure.
inside you, leading to exactly what you need at the right moment.
Mhm.
If you feel like you came from another planet, you probably did.
I did. The planet Utah.
You don't let others interfere. They may lead you to doubt yourself, but your sixth sense makes sense.
Get away from me. I'm right.
Intuition never lies. If you feel a strong urge, it's usually the right choice.
Never been wrong.
Never been wrong, club.
Mm-hmm.
This is some Demi and Stephen Greer style shit, I feel.
Oh, yeah.
This is the starting of a cult, right?
Sure. Yeah. It really does feel like that.
Number two, which is why I want to talk about it. I think we got a new cult. We got the Star Seeds, baby.
Hot new cult on our hands. Star Seed.
I'm not saying
Star
that she's
Seed.
a cult leader or that
I'm
she
not saying
is
she's
doing this to
not.
nefarious means, but this is has various markers and indicators of a cult mindset.
Yeah, you guys are hurtling. If this isn't a cult, you're hurtling towards cultdom. Hurtling.
All it takes is the right white male to take advantage of it.
Get in there, Jim Jones.
So number two, babies and animals are attracted to you, Jordan.
No, no, deny all allegations. Um, no, I suppose animals. I not so
Are
much
you good with
babies.
babies?
No. I mean,
Okay.
if I like have to watch your kid or something, the kid will survive. But
They're not having a
most
fun time. Uncle
they'll
Jordan's not
probably
exactly
no, no,
great.
no. They'll have fun. But people love Unky JoJo. But I will say that this is gonna sound cold.
It looks
I
like
don't
it's
have a
giving you anxiety
I
thinking
don't
about
have a ton
watching
of
kids.
I don't have a ton of patience for children and their antics. And I'm not going to yell at anybody, but I definitely have less time. I'll be like, "Okay, Unky JoJo's going downstairs to be quiet now." Uh
That doesn't count you out because it's still
Also,
yep.
with like a small baby, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who suffers from this. I'm awkward because I'm like, I don't want to drop this kid. I don't want to hurt this kid inadvertently. I don't know how to hold them.
That's fair. I mean, that's how I am for sure. But babies cry in my presence, and
Hmm.
animals are just dogs. Cats like to eat my hair.
Dogs like me, and I like
Y-
them.
You communicate with animals, you know.
That's true, actually. I would say of the people in our household, I seem to be able to communicate best with our dog.
So, Starseed, I think you got two checks there, Jordan. Let us know in the comments if you got two checks as well. Number three, human behavior doesn't make sense to you.
That's being autistic.
Yes, I was going to say that is a marker of being autistic.
Or
And
maybe being autistic is
hit
a
me.
marker of being a starseed.
Uh, Not for me. So other people's reactions seem illogical. You might feel like everyone else is moving too slowly. Why can't we get on with it? Blah 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 blah. I always feel different. I never feel like I fit in even when conforming. The basic, like I don't belong here
Yeah, I mean,
type energy,
I think
like
everybody feels like that at some point. This feels like the type of thing where like you go to get you go to get like your thetans read or something with an e-meter and they're like, "Do you ever feel sad?" Yeah, I guess so sometimes.
now part of the no, I think the more concrete and positive side of this one is, do you find yourself manifesting as an activist or eco warrior or some sort of role or catalyst
Sure.
for social change? Like you want to change society for the better in nature type roles, like, decreasing mankind's
Yeah,
footprint.
I can be a pretty woke bitch when it comes to environmentalism.
3 for 3, Jordan.
Oh boy.
So, are you always searching for home?
Sure, if I get like locked out or something.
Finding home often feels out of your grasp. You know how home feels, yet you can't get there. You look to the stars for answers. You're sure there's life beyond planet Earth. You have a faint recollection of being from another star system in a previous life, and you seek out knowledge from other
Hmm.
galaxies, and outer space generally intrigues you.
I mean, all of that except for the having a memory of being from another. Wait, it's coming to me.
So, we got a little bit in the funds.
Uh-huh.
Do we hypnotherapy us to see if we can get any weird memories of a different planet?
I mean, you don't even have to. I'll tell you whatever you want.
Oh, well, $50? You good?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
I'm from another planet.
Pay me instead. Don't pay him.
Yeah, how could you tell?
All right. Fair enough. But I think, maybe we find a hypnotherapist that wants to do it for free so
Hmm.
Jordan and Nate and I can buy video games.
I like that.
Hit us up in the comments if you want to hypnotherapy us online.
Give us your hypnos.
Can that even be done over
I don't know.
Zoom?
Sure. Maybe, well, I don't know. It's the power of suggestion, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like it should work through a medium as such
Yeah,
because
yeah, I
that's
think
it's the
so.
same as vision essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Me and Sam have talked about this to where isn't listening to the book the same as reading a book?
Yeah. But you got to
Anyway,
tell people if you listen to it.
you got to tell people, but you got to tell people if you listen to it. It's an asterisk.
Yeah, if you're like I read it, it's like, did you? Did you though?
Did you use your eyes or did you
Did you use
use
your
your
eyes to read
ears?
it?
So you might feel struck with homesickness all the time, even in your home, no matter where you live, no matter where you settle.
Okay.
Do
Seems
you
pretty
have the
esoteric, but
homesickness?
guess sometimes.
And
But who
not for
doesn't?
like Scotland or not for uh redacted or not
Yeah,
for redacted, but like for a place you've never been, I guess.
not really. No.
See, that I do feel, but I think that is just my brain misfiring in weird ways.
Hmm.
Do now you have said this next one. On to the next checkpoint. It's a 5-box check. I hope most of you have checked a
boy.
lot of it. I hope a lot of our pingos are starseeds.
I got
That'd be
3 out of
cool.
4 so far.
I know you're the fifth. You have heightened psychic abilities.
Okay, I'm giving it a yes.
You do. I feel from what you've said and experienced in your life, you're at least on the path of Jedi.
Okay. Maybe I need to develop it. Maybe I need to go to that retreat
If it's
in the
healthy for your
mountains.
brain and doesn't make you think bad thoughts, why not, you know?
Maybe that's what my brain needs. Maybe it's like I have secret powers that I need an Xavier to unleash. You know, I always knew I was the specialist boy in the world. I always suspected it.
I like how that's the underlining a thing in this article is have you ever felt like you're a special boy?
Absolutely. 100%.
And I'm sorry if you thought we were being serious going to this one. I should have said that this is definitely on the
Look,
nonsense side. If I believe in star seeds, it's the ones from the almanac to where we're mating physically with aliens.
okay, here's the thing.
Yes, go
I'm not
on.
saying that star seeds don't exist on planet Earth,
In this form,
or that something resembling what this person's talking about is possible. What but I am saying that they're probably not making quizzes and putting them on the internet.
and this isn't a quiz, this is a guide, but I'm doing it in a quiz form, you know,
Oh, okay.
asking you if you fit it.
Oh, that was your idea. In that case, I love it. That is, and it's Werewolf Radar proprietary content, Starseed quiz. If you steal one
Source.
anywhere else, you're fucked.
Yeah. Come at us, Michelle. Please don't. We don't have the ability to
Please don't come at
stop
us.
you and your
Please do
mystic
not
mind.
come at us. We're not that powerful.
No, we're not. If anything, Jordan's just learning his powers, and
I
maybe
gotta
you
find,
could.
I gotta find my Xavier.
So number 5, you have heightened physic or psychic abilities. I'm more of a physic man. If we're playing Disco Elysium, I'm brute all the way. If we're being
You have
honest, like
height, you have heightened physics.
I got some brains, but I really am the jock.
If Roger has heightened physics, if he gets hit by a train, the train gets hit by a Roger.
Yes, I still die, but the train does too.
But he dies standing up.
So you're a channeler, clairvoyant. That means clear seeing and visions, a claircognizant, clear thoughts. Thoughts come to you.
Yes.
Clairudient,
They're radiant, maybe?
clairudient, hearing clear messages.
Oh, clairaudient.
Clairaudient, we got there. Hearing clear messages, or an energy healer.
Oh,
I think one of these things aren't like the other.
yeah. Yeah. Although a pretty cool class breakdown.
I'm thinking I'm not putting classes in my game, but I'm learning a lot, and I want to go down this road for something that's a good creative outlet for me. And next thing I do, energy healers. The energy healers, the new white mage.
Hell yeah. What does a clairaudient play like?
I think you hear messages, and it increases your probability to hit.
Oh, sure. And that of your compatriots.
Yes, you
can
tell them
hear,
what
yes.
the other side wants you to do, maybe.
You give them additional rolls on
Also,
their
my game's a
dice.
1d6 system.
Oh, interesting.
So
You're
you're an
making a TTRPG?
no.
Ah,
I'm building a video game that has a combat, loot, and
I
a
understand.
skill system based on a 1d6.
I like it.
So you're an empath, Jordan.
Oh,
Are you? I feel you are.
Yeah, I would call myself a keen observer of human
A
behavior.
clairsentient?
Some
Clear
people
feeling is what that means.
some people would call me paranoid. um, but if you're asking me, which you are,
I am.
I think that I have a particularly I think I'm tuned into the way people are feeling and thinking and acting before many other people are, yes.
So you pick up on energies. You often know upon arrival when a place feels off or when there are high
That's true.
vibes.
Oh, that's true. That's true. This is all true.
I remember when I first met you and you were
Yeah.
like, this place got high vibes.
That's what
And
I'm
then you
constantly
brought out a
saying.
bag of weed.
Yeah, that was dope. And I was instantly in.
You might
Man,
feel you might feel
good
the
times.
energy of inanimate objects.
I mean, I guess so, but again, that almost feels like we're getting into like mental illness stuff, where it's like the chair is mad at me.
But coming from the last person holding it, not the chair is mad at you. Sorry.
Interesting. I
I
see what
cut
you're
you off
saying.
for dramatic effect and
No, that's
comedy.
okay. That's okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, like I don't know, like Buddha shit to be like,
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
that was my brush because that's my brush and I'm the reincarnation of Buddha.
Like that King of the Hill, this belonged to Lama Sanglug.
He gave up his Buddhahood
For Connie, I know.
for Connie.
It's romantic. And you know they didn't end up together.
They didn't. That makes it even more special.
Mm.
You hear, see, nope, sorry. You hear, see,
Mm.
and feel messages from your spirit guides. They are Galactic Federation of Light and other star beings, angels, and animals.
I'm gonna say yes, but because I haven't been
Trained.
trained by my Xavier, I'm not good at recognizing when those things come along. I
Ye
always recognize a hawk when I see one, and I think the hawk symbolizes to me that I'm on the right path. Brother
I
Hawk.
see. I see. Well, it might mean you're a star being, it sounds like.
Sounds
Uh,
like I'm an anxious avoidant disorder. Maybe a
now
little bit of fucking borderline personality.
Now, frequent number patterns you see all the time.
I
11,
mean,
11,
11,
20,
11.
yeah, 222, 333. For me, it's 9/11,
Oh,
but for different reasons.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a
Oh,
celebration.
yeah. Okay.
Our our plan now why are you waking up now, Jordan? Why didn't you wake up 10 years ago? Why didn't people wake up in the 60s? Blah blah
Oh, I've
blah blah
been
blah.
trying. There's just so much to do and get done and have done to you.
So right now, our planet and its inhabitants are going through an enormous shift of consciousness.
I've been
We are on,
saying,
we are on the verge of immense change in the way we live, and we are becoming a collective consciousness.
oh boy, I don't like the sound of that.
Now, as a starseed, you, Jordan, have a mission to assist humanity with I'm a human,
Uh,
my paradigm shift.
oh, shit. I don't know. I don't really have a lot of time right now to like, it seems like a lot to take on.
Oh yeah,
But
no,
we could do it. We could probably do, a couple of hours a year.
it's going to take longer than that. I'm very undeveloped, Jordan.
I don't know, man. I think you might be closer than you think.
So as you slog through the dense discomfort and upheaval
Hmm.
of and still of 2020, this was written 5 minute read. We're
5
taking a
minutes
lot
ago.
longer on that. Yeah. So this was written in
Jordan, you wrote
2020.
this.
Oh goddamn! Everything's changed.
God dang, the boogeyman.
Apparently, your power is time travel,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and I don't know why I'm
Suspected.
not being affected by it.
It's best not to ask questions like that.
So I'm sure you started feeling the upheaval in 2020, and it's been continuing.
Did.
Uh, and you've been noticing that your work has become more apparent. The need to do things, the need to help nature and society become better and entwined,
I
entangled,
must
and
help Roger become an X-Man.
those of you who came during this particular time in history can help your fellow humans adjust and adapt to the massive changes to come. Starseeds incarnated as humans, that's you,
Mm-hmm.
which means you chose to come for the full experience.
Mm.
You go through the same up and downs as everyone else who originated on the earthly plane. But as we said, you're a special boy.
Yes.
You feel like you're in the spin cycle like everyone else. The only difference is that your awakening will be sharper.
Yeah.
You're coming into the awareness faster.
Ouch.
And it's your job to help me, dumb Neanderthal, wake up.
Hey,
I don't know why I'm
Roger.
so rude to
Wake up!
humans. You chose
It's time to wake up.
to clear your memory of living in another star system. So you chose, Jordan, in the pre-womb, in the pre-consciousnness.
No, when I was an alien, I was like, send me to Earth.
You're gonna
take
forget
the
everything.
ride.
Your
Ugh.
wife's staring at you saying,
Ugh.
wait, how would you say it in Alien?
She's like, snort, you're chirping,
Mm-hmm.
you're
And a tear leaves her top tentacle.
But the tear is like a cube made of glass.
Anyway, Doctor Who.
And it should not be undersold at how like noble I'm being in this moment by being like, I will help the humans.
You forget everything. You say it in your non-native language of English, which
though it pains me.
It pains her too.
It
or not
hurts
even her.
My mandibles.
Yeah, we're ready for alien love. I don't
know. She grabbed my brain. Is this how it happens?
I don't know. I didn't
She's honking my brain like it's one huge boob.
So this ends with, I didn't know I was a starseed until several years ago. It's time to remember
when
why
I laid
we're
my
here.
First egg.
It just popped out of me.
Uh-oh.
We bring knowledge and experience from across the galaxies, ready and willing to help our consciousness shift.
Hell yeah. We rule.
So that's what your mission is. You're waking up now, Jordan, because humans were there.
I'm here for it.
We're ready for it. We're ready to join you in the stars. We're ready to perceive time and space like you do.
Roger. You gotta wake up, dude.
I have for more information on reincarnation,
consult your local library.
Pretty much, we have Wikipedia, starseeds.info.
Oh.
And then truly, I did actually find a starseed test.
Oh, after all of this goofing around. It was real. Well, we have to sue them.
Because obviously. It is even more cultish, and it would be supporting a website that they're definitely Reuben people.
They're Reuben them, they're rooking them.
Oh, they're Reuben them. There's a book to buy, there's an email to give.
Up and rumbled.
But it's out there. Have fun. I still think, if we're gonna be honest, I don't believe in this starseed. I believe in the actual alien-human hybrids. I think that they have happened. I know that that is up for much scrutiny, but I think aliens have been abducted, and Kang and Kodos, they felt the soft tenderness of a man and a woman.
Kang. Kodos. I now pronounce you two big slimy things. Folks, that does it for another episode of Werewolf Radar. We're sorry Nate couldn't be here, but he was taken by an ape into the jungle.
Perhaps the Great Red Ape of Vietnam?
Perhaps the Great Red Ape of Vietnam. Who knows? Who knows? We'll have to wait until he gets back. I don't remember.
No, it was the Congo.
Much. That's right. Thank you so much for your continued support of Werewolf Radar, what we're doing here. Thank you for buying Monstroco products. Thank you for checking us out on twitch.com and Threads and Instagram and werewolfradar.com even. Shout out to Chuck from Snappy Little Numbers for our intro and outro song. And shout out to you, the listener, for gazing into the void and not being afraid at what gazed back. Please hit us up if you see any naked people on Long Island, any naked people at all.
Seriously, right now, for the Long Island community, hit us up in the comments of this, werewolfradar.com. Have you seen the naked person?
Are you the naked person?
Are you the naked person? Both the first case and the one with the ponytail.
Yeah. Is it the same person? Did you achieve some sort of shape-shifting work? We want to hear about it.
Also become a free member on our Patreon. That way you can be up to date on what we're doing. Become a full member if you want. We just got a new Patreon member, Jordan.
Oh,
thank you for joining the Dark Council.
Incredible. Thank you so much for joining us. I guess we leave now.
I think that's it. It feels weird without Nate because
I feel like he should be saying
the skull's
something.
hungry.
Oh, the skull vibrates for his essence. I guess we just do our sign-off line on the count of 3. Feel free to tell anybody about our sign-off line and tell your friends about the pod, and please, we need you. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, punch the sky!
Spaceman Joe! Was lying. The skull wasn't here the whole time. I think it 8 and 8.
So